สวัสดีครับเพื่อนๆผมนายเดนะครับวันนี้พี่เดก็อยู่กับเกม Genshin Impact ใน ID หลักกันอีกครั้งหนึ่งแล้วและในไลฟ์นี้เราอยู่กันในแพท 3.4 นะครับ The Exquisite Night Charms นะก็เป็นแพทเลนเทิลไรนั่นเองนะครับและในสตรีมนี้เราจะมาเล่นเควสตำนานของตัวละครใหม่อย่างอัลไฮทัมนะครับซึ่งเราก็ได้เจอเขามาหลายแพทแล้วนะครับตั้งแต่ซูเมรุเข้าเราก็ได้เจอเขาแต่กว่าเขาจะเข้ามาเป็นตัวละครให้เล่นเนี่ยก็เพิ่งจะเข้ามาในแพทนี้นี่เองนะฮะสดๆร้อนๆมาพร้อมกับเควสตำนานนะครับของเขาเราไปดูกันเลยดีกว่านี่ต้องระวังนะมันจะมีเควสโลกที่ไปคุยกับแคทเธอรีนนะฮะอันนี้แคทเธอรีนซูเมรุถ้าเรายังไม่อยากเริ่มก็อย่าเพิ่งไปคุยนะหลบไปก่อนไปคุยที่อื่น เนี่ยฮะเราจะไปเควสตำนานปลดล็อกนี่เป็นรูปเหยี่ยวด้วยนะครับสุดเท่บทแห่งเหยี่ยวเหินเวหาฉากที่1ปลดล็อกเรียบร้อยนะครับบทแห่งเหยี่ยวเหินเวหาฉากที่1ชุมนุมลวงตาเนาะชุมนุมลวงตานะเป็นชื่อของฉากย่อยนะฮะปะมาแล้วครับทำให้การที่แตกหักไปที่สถาบันได้ข่าวว่าอัลไฮทัมได้ขึ้นเป็นตัวแทนมหาปราชญ์ด้วยนิสัยของเขามันจะไม่มีปัญหาจริงเหรอลองไปสอบถามที่สถาบันกันดีกว่า
Paimon's heard that Alhaitham's been made acting Grand Sage, but with that personality of his, oh boy, you think things will be okay?
How's everything going with your thesis?
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it.
อ๋อคนนี้อยู่สปัน
Thankfully,
ธรรมะ
that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
อ๋อมีอาจารย์ที่ปรึกษาเป็นอาซานะที่น่าจะโดนลงโทษอันนี้เขาเป็นนักศึกษาคณะสปันธรรมะนะศึกษาเรื่องเกี่ยวกับพลังธาตุนะครับเป็นรูปนกยูงสีแดง
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest.
เขาอยากไป
Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
เขาอยากไปเที่ยวมอนสเตด
They're really out of their minds, making Alhaitham the acting Grand Sage?
เอาเฮชัม
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
โอ้คือว่าเอาเฮชัมเหรอโหเขาเป็นคนช่วยนาฮิดะมาด้วยแผนเขาเลยนะเขาไม่ธรรมดานะอันนี้จากคณะอามูตะนะฮะอามูตะคณะเดียวกับไทนารินะฮะเกี่ยวกับศึกษาเรื่องชีวิตเป็นรูปเหมือนกริฟฟินสีเขียว
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him! He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time.
อ๋อเขาแค่โกรธว่าทำไมเลือกเอาเฮชัมเขาเคยมาเรียนกับศาสตราจารย์คนนี้รักคูมาเนี่ยแล้วก็มาเข้าเรียนไม่กี่ครั้งแล้วก็บอกว่าอ่านเองดีกว่า
What brazen arrogance! Misery of miseries! For the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
จองหองพองขนปากดีอวดเก่งโอ้ย
Professor,
Yeah,
don't get so
Nadu.
worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
นี่ไงอันนี้นักศึกษาคณะฮาราวทัศน์คุยกันอยู่นะฮะเป็นรูปกระทิงสีดำนะเกมเป็นวิชาสัญญาศาสตร์ศึกษาเรื่องสัญลักษณ์ นี่ตัวแทนมหาปราชญ์คนใหม่เป็นรุ่นพี่ของภาควิชาเศรษฐศาสตร์เราด้วยนะ
Really? Who is it?
แต่คนนี้อยู่ละทาวาฮิสนะคนนี้เป็นช้างน้ำเงินอันนี้ดูดาวนะครับคณะเดียวกับเลล่า
Someone named Alhaitham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though. There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
ช่วงนี้มีนักวิชาการคนหนึ่งได้รับความสนใจจากภาคสมุทรฐานวิทยาน่าจะเป็นวะฮูมานาสีเหลืองได้ยินคนลือว่าเขามีสิทธิ์จะได้ขึ้นเป็นหนึ่งในนักปราชญ์คนต่อไป
Is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of Alhaitham being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Some people are saying good things and others bad. Especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Alhaitham. Hey, are you okay? You don't look too good.
The Matra.
เจ้าหน้าที่มาตรา
The Matra?
คนนี้ละเมอเหรอเนี่ย
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
เอ๊ะ
In the state you're in? You shouldn't push yourself. Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to Amatra?
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I can trust. Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is
อยาก
not
คุยกับ
an
ไซโน่
option.
เนี่ยนะ
Since you put it that way, fine, we'll take you to Amatra.
เขาไม่เชื่อใจคนอื่นเปิดแล้วครับชุมนุมรวมตา
We promised to take him to Amatra, but we don't know that many, do we? Oh, wait, Sino should be back at the Academia. Let's go find him.
เวลาเดินเควสถ้าจะให้สะดวกใช่ไหมเราอาจจะควรจะเล่นเป็นอีเทอร์
There's still a long road.
Hey there, excuse us, but is Sino at the Academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right
แห
now.
มสนิทกันมากเลยแหละ
But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager
เหมือน
to
โดนสะ
speak
กด
with
จิตเลยนะ
Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
อ๋อคนนี้แหละที่อาจจะได้เป็นนักปราชญ์คนต่อไปของคณะบุมัน
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment.
จะเปิดโปงซีรัชกำลังทำการทดลองที่อันตรา
He
ย
kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
โอ้คนนี้โดนจับไปทำทดลอง
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
เขาจะซื้อขายที่ร้านเหล้า
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back
เอา
soon.
ไปตรวจสอบก่อนว่าพูดโกหกหรือเปล่า โดนเอาไปทดลองเหรอ นึกถึงดอตเตอเร่เลยนะ เฮ้ย มาแล้ว
Huh? I'll hate them?
เอาเฮทัมจริงๆต้องเอาเฮทัมเอาเฮทัมเอาเฮทัมเหรอ เราต้องเอาเฮทัมใช่ไหมเอาเฮทัมต้องเฮเหรอ เราเรียกเอาไฮทัมจนชินนะฮะเอาเฮทัม
Let me bring you up to speed.
เอาเฮทัม
First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
คือจริงๆอ่ะลุคความเงียบๆนิ่งๆของเขาอ่ะเหมาะกับการเป็นอะไรอะแกรนเซจมากนะ
Really?
ดูแบบ
I'm unsurprised you have this much
ดู
free
ไม่ออก
time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, traveler?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham to participate in this
เอาเฮ
investigation.
นะเอาเฮ
As for you two,
ฟังยังไงก็เฮ
oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry, our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kashariwa researcher at the
คาชาริวา
tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
เขาบอกว่าแต่พวกเธอก็แล้วแต่นะ ยังไงก็ได้เราก็จะเราก็จะไปด้วยไงแล้ว ไปที่ร้านเหล้าอ๋อวนเวียนอยู่ในซูเมรุแฮะเควสนี้พอเล่นเป็นอีเทอร์แล้วมันโปรดีจังในเควส
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham?
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
บอกให้เอาเฮทำช่วยดูแลพยานด้วย เขาดูแบบเขาดูเซ็งๆนะ ไปนู่นละ
You're the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like you did back at Aru Village.
no son no care
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly.
หมายความว่ายังไงอะ
Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do.
สงสัยว่าทำไมฉันถึงตามมาด้วย
But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what.
No, I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of
มีความรู้สึกคุ้นเคย
familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham? We've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Ksharawar researcher who has dealings with him.
นาเรน
His name is
นาเรนดรา
Narendra.
ภาคคาชาเรวา ก็คือภาคเทคโนโลยีนะฮะ
Acting Sage Alhaitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage?
คือแกรนเซดเนี่ยดูเป็นคนที่แบบตำแหน่งใหญ่มากนะ ก็คล้ายๆกับว่าเรื่องเล็กแค่นี้นี่คือถึงขนาดแบบท่านแกรนว่าที่แกรนเซดเนี่ยจะต้องมาดูเองเลยเหรอ
What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No. He's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
ขอยืมเอเลียสหน่อย
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. However, I am curious. What do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
คำให้การที่แตกหักเหรอไปหาสถานที่เงียบสงบอ๋อนี่ไงสถานที่เงียบสงบ
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Alhaitham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
เธอรู้จักซิราชเหรอ
Yes. We were classmates.
เพื่อนร่วมรุ่น
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution.
บาปแห่งร่างเงาทั้ง 6
From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia.
บาปแห่งรากเหง้ามันก็อาจจะคล้ายๆแบบศีลในศาสนาอะไรอย่างนี้นะฮะ
My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again?
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try,
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do vaguely remember that there are
มีสิ่ง
two
ที่ต้องทำ
things
สอง
that
อย่า
I
ง
have to do.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Suraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow.
รู้สึกถูกปลดปล่อย
Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now.
น่าจะเป็นผลจากการทดลองนะ
Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
ไปหาศูนย์เตรียมการวิจัย Research Preparation Center โอ้คำให้การที่แตกหักจบแล้วการสืบสวนอย่างทั่วถึงไปศูนย์จัดการเตรียมการวิจัยศูนย์จัดเตรียมการวิจัยไม่น่าได้พี่เดชว่ามันน่าจะทางนี้ปะแล้วใช้โรยตัวลงมาไหนศูนย์จัดเตรียมการวิจัยตลกดีมาอยู่บนหลังคาเห็นนะขอเปลี่ยนอ้าวอยู่ข้างบนซะงั้นน่ะไปตามทางบอกให้ไปทางไหนลองไปตามทางไกด์สิขึ้นข้างบนอยู่ในอะคาเดมียาจริงด้วยอยู่ในห้องสมุดวางแห่งปัญญาโอ้เนี่ยเหรอศูนย์จัดเตรียมการวิจัยคนนั้นนี่
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
อ๋อคนละคน
I sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look?
ใบแจ้ง
Are
ค่า
there
ใช้
any
จ่าย
issues with it?
มาเคส
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilias. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilias, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
รู้กระทั่งว่าตอนนี้กำลังกินกาแฟอยู่นะเนี่ย
Understood.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least. Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
เขาเรียกเต็มยศมากนะ acting grand sage ก็คือว่าที่คือเรียกรักษาการมหาปราชญ์
I have no objections.
acting นะ acting ก็คือแบบรักษาการในช่วงที่ระหว่างยังหาคนไม่ได้ปุสป้าคาเฟ่คือมันต้องเดินเฉี่ยวไอ้แคทเธอรีนนี่ไปมาน่ากลัวจริงๆนะพยายามอยู่ห่างๆนี่ไง
Elias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like
เขาอยู่
going
ว่าฮู
anymore.
มานาเฮ้ยเขาอยู่คณะเดียวกับซีราชเนี่ย
I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to
อันนี้คือ
conduct
ว่าฮูมา
research
นา
lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time.
อ๋อไม่กล้า
No one wants to
ทำวิ
risk
จัยกั
starting
น
any new research.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down.
การระงับใช้อาคาชา
I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and
I see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who
ขี้
can
เกี
be
ยจนั่นเอ
bothered
ง
to
เพราะ
manually
มีอา
sift
คา
through
ชาก็ไม่
data
อยาก
and
ทำ
files
วิ
ever?
จัย
There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting.
เอ้ย อีกแล้ว
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head. It hurts.
แย่แล้วเขาเป็นอะไรเนี่ยปวดหัว
I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module. like a worker bee in a beehive.
นายจะกลายเป็นซีราชหมายเลข36อ๋อเขาก๊อปปี้ตัวเองลงไปยังพวกคนที่เอามาทดลองเหรอเนี่ย
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
เครือข่ายจิตสำนึกร่วมและเส้นทางวิวัฒนาการ
Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the overmind. This overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it.
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Alhaitham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry. We have to stop him before it's complete.
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now.
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki.
Janaki.
If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the
ไปหา
garden.
เบาะแสกับ Janaki สวนดอกไม้อ่ะเขาค่อยให้เราไปแต่ละที่นะตรงนี้เหรอใช่แหละนี่ไง Janaki
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done?
ฮะเขาเคยทำอะไรกับคนนี้เหรอ
Or are you using the acting grand sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilyas is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh. Just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
เป็นอย่างนั้นจริงปะ
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities.
นี่
Humans
ทำ
are
ท่า
complicated beings, so
ทำท่า
it is
เหมือน
impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
เหมือนใน PB เลย
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear. I don't.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? I get angry just thinking about it. So I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say.
เขาไม่ยอมบอกนะว่าอิลิยัสไปทำอะไรทำไมเขาถึงโกรธขนาดนั้น
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much.
I really don't. But after she said that, I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had but I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything. What should I do?
นี่คล้ายๆกับสการามุสก่อนเป็นผู้พเนจรเลยนะว่าแบบทำอะไรไม่ดีไปแล้วก็ตัวเองก็ลืมไปแล้วรู้สึกสบายใจแต่จริงๆเจ้าตัวก็อยากจะรู้ไม่อยากจะลืมไปแบบนี้
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes, please.
All right. Then let's return to the house of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
กลับไปวางแห่งปัญญากันเถอะค้นหาข้อมูลเกี่ยวกับอิลิยัสวางแห่งปัญญาต้องเข้าจากอะคาเดมียด้านหน้านะเดินตรงเข้าไปไม่งั้นก็เดินวนนะหาทางเข้าไม่เจอวางแห่งปัญญาคืออะคาเดมียแล้วก็ห้องสมุดนั่นแหละ
Let's split up for now. Ilyas, you go and deal with that. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
คุยกับอัลเฮเทมไปไหนแล้วล่ะพี่อ้าวเห็นนะเอ้าไหนอะอ๋อขึ้นลิฟต์นี่ขึ้นลิฟต์ไปด้านบนขอโทษคือลิฟต์มันแบบมันลิฟต์มันสูงมากนะฮะเนี่ยเราลองดูนะนี่เห็นไหมมีชั้นลอยถ้ากระโดดลงไปตรงชั้นลอยมันจะเป็นยังไงนะที่เราไปเปิดกาชานะฮะเราไปเปิดที่ออฟฟิศเขาก็ที่นี่แหละสูงมาก
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
นี่เขานั่งตรงนี้จริงๆด้วยเก้าอี้ใหญ่มากตรวจสอบแล้วเขาก็นั่งอ่านหนังสือ Idle Animation แบบนั่งนี่ดีจังมีผู้เห็นเหตุการณ์เงาลึกลับเดินในสวนประดิษฐ์ยายตอนกลางคืนเขาลุกออกมาแล้วไปไหนแล้วล่ะคณะราชาวฮิตมีคนประหลาดมาเรียนเพิ่มมีความสามารถวิทยานิพนธ์ที่ตกลงมาจากสวรรค์หมายถึงเลลาหรือเปล่านะยื่นขอเงินสนับสนุนกลุ่มภาคี30ต้องการรับสมัครคนเพิ่ม
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
เจอแล้ว
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the academia for your courage and sense of justice.
Huh?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra.
เปิดโปงอาจารย์ของตัวเองนะฮะ
This incident caused quite the commotion, and the academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Or any memory?
No, it's just... my head feels... Did I seriously do that?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but... my body is instinctively reject.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister.
เอาเงินไปให้น้องสาวอิลยัสเรื่องราวมันเกี่ยวกับนายอิลยัสเนี่ยนะกันดาวาวิล
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
จำน้องสาวตัวเองได้ไหมเนี่ย
Ilyas, what are you doing back here?
อ้าวพ่อเขาเหรอนี่ไง
Dad, it's nothing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right.
โดนแกล้งเหรอ
You can tell us. Ilyas, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
คงไม่อยากให้ที่บ้านเป็นห่วง
Hey, that's enough, you two. Ilyas isn't feeling well. Ilyas, let's find somewhere to talk.
น้องสาวพาอิลยัสกับพวกคุณไปยังที่เงียบสงบ
How's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform.
ได้ข่าวลือไม่ดีของพี่เยอะมากแถมยังได้จดหมายข่มขู่
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilyas? What's wrong?
I see. I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I don't care if you're a hero or not.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good.
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame.
เขาจำได้
Don't
แล้ว
worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies, but I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern, I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a
ความรู้
sense
สึก
of
เกลียดชังเหรอ
loathing.
Loathing?
ฮะเกลียดเอาเฮท
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that strange, isn't it?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
อันนี้น่าสนใจมากพี่เดชชอบประโยคนี้ข้อดีของฉันคือฉันไม่แคร์ความคิดเห็นของคนอื่นมากนักแต่ฉันก็หวังว่าเธอจะมีคุณสมบัติที่ดีนี้เหมือนกันเพื่อไม่ให้เธอเข้าไปพัวพันกับความสัมพันธ์ระหว่างมนุษย์ที่ยุ่งยากแบบนี้คือเหมือนกับจะบอกว่าคือบางทีคนบางคนก็บอกก็เขาไม่ชอบเอาเฮทำเกลียดอะไรเงี้ยหมั่นไส้แต่ตัวเขาเองก็บอกว่าฉันก็ไม่ได้แคร์อะไรกับคนอื่นจะคิดยังไงหรอกนะก็บางทีมันก็เป็นหลักการเป็นแง่คิดที่น่าสนใจนะ
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first.
จะพาไปที่
I
ถ้ำ
remember where Siraj's cave is now.
Really? That, Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. What about the other one?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness.
You're right. Let's head out.
ต้องไปหยุดซิราชก่อนแต่ในคนนี้ก็ยังไม่เล่าทุกอย่างนะว่าตกลงจำได้แล้วอะตกลงเขามันแย่ยังไงกันแน่เนี่ยเราอยากรู้จังเลยถ้ำอยู่ไหนอะอ๋ออยู่นี่อยู่ที่ ep.163 อยู่ไกลว่ะดู ep.163 เลยไหนอ๋อดันเจียนแน่เลยชัวร์โดเมนพี่ได้คิดว่านะจะต้องลุยแล้วล่ะดังนั้นก็ต้องขอเปลี่ยนตัวละครในทีนิดนึงแล้วน่าจะมีเอาเฮทำให้เราทดลองใช้ดังนั้นตัวนี้เอาเป็นยาเอะแล้วกัน
Whatever would you do without?
ลุยเราทำเควสตำเรื่องมาบ่อยเรารู้นะมันจะต้องเป็นดันเจียนชัวร์ยิ่งกว่าชัวร์
This is the place.
แล้วก็ต้องได้ทดลองเล่น
But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
นี่ทำลับนี่ไงแนะนำเลเวล 90 ไปลุยยืดเส้นยืดสายมาแล้วครับเอาเฮทัมไหนตัวทดลองเป็นไง 90 ดาบประจำตัวเอ้ยใส่โนเบสว่ะดาว 3 พรสวรรค์ 81 พรสวรรค์เพราะว่าดาว 3 แล้วก็อาร์ติแฟกต์เนี่ยเป็นหัวตาคิเอ้ยใส่ไม่เหมือนห้องทดลองหัวตาคิแล้วก็ฮะทำไมมันไปเยอะที่เลือดล่ะชำนาญธาตุก็ไม่ใส่หัวตาคิใส่เลือดเนี่ยนะล้อเล่นน่ะพลังโจมตีเหรอหัวคริช่วยโจมตีในการโจมตีอย่างนั้นเหรอไม่ค่อยอยากจะเชื่อนี่มันหัวคริความแรงคริไม่มีฟื้นฟูพลังงานไม่ใช่นาฬิกาฟื้นฟูเขาใส่โจมตีคริเนี่ยนะแปลกมากเลยอะแล้วก็ใส่โนเบสด้วยนะฮะไม่เป็นไร เขาอัพเอาให้ทำ90ให้เราลองเล่นก็ถือว่าดีฮะ
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Ilias, do you remember this place?
อ้าวลียัสค่ะหายไปแล้ว
I don't sense him nearby.
เขาไม่กล้าเข้ามาหรือเป
Did
ล่า
he get separated from us? Should we wait here or?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
เขาอาจจะโดนควบคุมหรือไม่เขาก็ไม่กล้าเข้ามาหนีไปแล้วอคติอันโอหังหรือไม่เขาก็ทำหน้าที่โดนปล่อยออกไปอ่ะหลอกเราอ่ะให้เรามาที่นี่คือไอตัวซิรัสอ่ะตั้งใจจะล่อเอาเฮทัมมาที่นี่ก็เลยใช้อิลยัสไปเป็นเครื่องมือหรือเปล่านี่ไง
It's okay, Ilias. You've done more than enough for me already.
นี่ราจู
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application. And whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you. He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warned me to not say anything. And I think they have a point. This is just how things are.
ทุกคนมาที่นี่เพียงเพื่อเรียนจบอย่างราบรื่น
It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get
อ
it
ดทนอีก
done.
หน่อยก็ผ่านไปแล้วความทรงจำนะแล้วทำไมเราถึงรู้ล่ะ
What's the matter?
เหมือนจะให้เห็นอดีตของอิลยัส
You could read minds this whole time?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked.
Connecting.
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress.
เป็น
The
รางที่
hive
ถูก
has
สร้างมา
long
นาน
been
แล้ว
finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias is now returning
อิ
to
ล
the
ยัสกำลังกลับ
collective.
ไปที่เครือข่ายเขาโกหกพวกเราเหรอ
Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
เข้าไปเถอะเดี๋ยวเราคงจะได้รู้นะฮะอุ๊ยอะไรอ่ะรับกุญแจเอ้ยกุญแจว่ะอะไรเนี่ยอ๋อใส่กุญแจนำออกจากช่องก็ได้ด้วยนะอ๋อเป็นพัซเซิลใช่ไหมใส่กุญแจมีความพัซเซิลเข้าใจแล้วล่ะเก๋ดีแล้วก็อันนี้คืออะไรอันนี้ก็ไม่มีความประโยชน์ต้องเปิด2 อันมาใส่อันนี้เข้าใจละเสร็จแล้วก็เอาละอันนี้เป็นพัซเซิลนะฮะถ้าเราถอดกุญแจออกประตูนี้โดนปิดใส่กุญแจโอเคเราต้องการเปิดประตูนี้ใช่ไหมดังนั้นเนี่ยถ้าเราถอดกุญแจนี้เข้าไม่ได้เลยไม่ได้อันนี้ถอดไม่ได้ไม่มีกุญแจงั้นต้องเอากุญแจนี้มาก่อนเสร็จปุ๊บเอามาใส่นี่ปุ๊บเพื่อมาเอากุญแจนี้ออกแล้วเข้ามาทางนี้เพื่อมาใส่อันนี้เพราะอันนี้อยู่ด้านในนะฮะแล้วก็เอาไปใส่ต่อโอเคเป็นพัซเซิลนะ พัซเซิลเล็กๆสนุกดีพี่ได้ชอบพัซเซิลแบบนี้ อ้าวมอนสเตอร์
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Let's sweeten the deal. And more right now.
Here you are.
เดี๋ยวนะที่เราเข้ามาที่นี่โอเคเราก็ต้องได้ก่อนเราไปข้างหน้าต่อเฮ้ยโอ้โหใหญ่มากเลยถ้ำเนี่ย
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
มันเป็นกับดักเขาล่อเรามานี่ไงที่ชื่อเควสมันก็บอกแล้วว่าชุมนุมลวงตาใช่ไหมเหมือนแบบหลอกลวงอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเดี๋ยวนะขอเช็ค
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
ใหญ่มากเลยเริ่มมีลิฟต์ว่ะอ้าว
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
สมาชิกเครือข่ายที่ไม่มีชื่อนะฮะอาจจะแค่อยากให้รู้เนื้อเรื่อง
I'll hate them. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
นี่ทุกคนมีใส่แว่นด้วยเหมือนแบบไซคอปเขามีการใส่แว่นด้วยนะฮะแว่นแบบ VR คือเขาปลูกฝังความเกลียดชังคือซีลัสเนี่ยเพื่อนคนนี้ต้องเกลียดหรืออิจฉาเอาเฮทัมคิดว่านะครับเกลียดแน่ๆก็เลยทำให้พวกสาวกของเขาอะมีความเกลียดเอาเฮทัมไปด้วยกันหมดเหมือนที่อิลยาสก็เป็น
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
แมปใหญ่แต่จริงๆก็คือแค่ให้เรามาเที่ยวนะมาบินเดินเองไม่ได้นั่นไง
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
การเปิดโปงของอิลยาสเนี่ยมันทำให้งานวิจัยของคนนั้นล่มซึ่งมันก็อาจจะทำให้แบบพวกนักเรียนที่เกี่ยวข้องในโครงการนั้นก็คือเหมือนงานก็คือเฟลไปหมดก็เลยเรียนไม่จบอะไรแบบนี้นะฮะจานากิก็เลยโกรธแค้นมาก
You could have played hero anytime. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
เนี่ยร้อยโครงการจบก่อนไม่ได้หรอ
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
ราจูกระโดดตึกตายก็คือเพื่อนเขาที่ทนไม่ไหวแล้วก็ฆ่าตัวตายสินะ
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer.
ดูเหมือนคนไม่ค่อยสนใจชีวิตของราจูแต่ว่าสนใจประโยชน์ของตัวเองซะมากกว่า
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies?
ก็คือโครงการนี้จะทำให้เรียนจบพวกเขาก็เลยเรียนไม่จบ
Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate.
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
ข่มขู่เขาจังเลย
Hey, you're blinking out again.
Ilyas,
don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
ไว้ไปถามเขาตรงๆเลยดีกว่าอคติอันโอหังนะครับพี่เอสจะขอเบรกแป๊บหนึ่งนะเดี๋ยวมาแป๊บนะครับ Be right back แป๊บหนึ่งนะ
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever. There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all. Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
มาแล้ว มาแล้ว ไปต่อ โอ้มีกุญแจด้วย แล้วก็มีคนนอนอยู่ข้างในด้วย นี่ไง เป็นว่าอามูรตะนะ คณะอามูรตาแล้วนี่อะไรเนี่ยอุ้ยสวยจังเลยอ่ะน่าเป็นของแต่งบ้านได้นะสวยๆแล้วก็ที่นี่มีกุญแจนะฮะแล้วก็ตรงนั้นก็มีกุญแจนะฮะและแน่นอนนะฮะใส่กุญแจแล้วก็ไปเอากุญแจอีกอันหนึ่งแล้วในนี้ล่ะเตียงไม่มีคนนอนนะฮะกล่องเปิดไม่ได้เรานอนได้ไหมเมื่อไหร่จะนอนได้โอเคโอเค
Just in case, why don't we take both keys with us?
เขาบอกว่าเราพกกุญแจ2 อันไปเผื่อไหมเหรออ๋อพี่เดนรู้ละถอดอันนี้ก่อนไหนลองใส่ตรงนี้สิถอดอันนี้โอเคนี่ไงถอด2 อันได้ละแล้วก็สามารถจะเข้ามาได้แล้วนะฮะก็ใส่อันนึงแล้วใส่อันนึงถอดอันนี้ได้ไหมไม่ได้ถ้าถอดอันนี้จะเข้าไม่ได้นะฮะเข้ามาได้ละง่ายๆดี
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you?
ไม่มีกลุ่มวิจัยไหนต้องการนายเลยเหรอ
To pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we?
ก็คือพอเขาแบบไปเปิดโปงงานวิจัยทุจริตก็ไม่มีกลุ่มไหนยอมรับแบบต่อต้านแอนตี้เขากันนะฮะไม่ให้เขาเข้ากลุ่ม
Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researcher.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
นายดูลำบากใจนะนี่ไงซิลาสแน่ๆเลย
Who are you? Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
นี่ไงใส่แว่นแบบนี่เลยครับReady Player One โคตรจะ VR โคตรจะ Metaverse
Siraj, I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, however, I'm working on some research that
ทำให้
will
เรา
help
ได้มี
you
พวก
merge into a collective. How about it? Wanna?
เขามีไอเนี่ยไอแบบหมวกอยู่บนหัวแสดงว่าเขาตำแหน่งสูงนะคนนี้นี่แหละเหตุผลที่ดึงอิลยาสเข้ามาร่วมกลุ่มอิลยาสไม่ได้ถูกบังคับ
I can't believe it. He really did trick us. That giga jerk. No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad. We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain him.
เข้าใจได้นะคือเหมือนเขาก็แบบไม่มีคนคบอ่ะแล้วเขาก็นี่ไงดังนั้นการที่เขาจะร่วมมือกับซิราชก็ไม่มีทางเลือกก็ไม่มีอะไรที่ดีกว่านี้แล้วข้างบนนั้นอะไร
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time.
อ๋ออยากเจอกับเธออีกครั้งในฐานะอิลยาส
And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me.
อ๋อเรื่อง
Bring you all here.
เรื่องที่สองที่ต้องการทำก็คือพาพวกเรามาที่นี่นี่แหละเป็นแผนการของซิราช
To throw off the mantra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
หลบเลี่ยงเจ้าหน้าที่มาตราและนำอัลเฮทัมกลับมาที่รังคือภารกิจที่ได้รับในฐานะซิราชหมายเลข36
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the mantra's lie detector.
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity. And however, it's not that I got scared and forgot.
เป็นสิ่งที่ลบมันด้วยตัวเอง
chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
การหลอกอัลเฮทัมเป็นเรื่องยากมาก
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
นั่นไงว่าแล้วเชียว
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity.
อ๋อเขามีความสุขที่ใช้ชีวิตอยู่ในฐานะซิราชหมายเลข36
Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so,
สติของ
this
เขา
is goodbye.
จะรวมเข้ากับเครือข่ายอีกครั้งลาก่อนนะ
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilias, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilias?
โอ้มีจอด้วย
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk.
Giga jerk?
กิกะเจิร์ก
How bold of you. Have I done something to offend you? I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions.
อ๋อดัดแปลง
Then
อา
I
คา
recruited
ชา
researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness.
collective
I
consciousness
assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought.
You're just trying to justify yourself.
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks.
เจตจำนงกลุ่มก็คือเหมือนกับแบบคนเราก็ไม่อยากจะแตกแยกแล้วก็อยากจะแบบทำตามคนส่วนใหญ่คือที่มีคำว่ากรุ๊ปติ้งนะฮะ
Isn't that right?
คือมีความต้องการแบบให้ได้รับการยอมรับจากกลุ่มหรือสังคม
There's no need to deny this, as it is fact, and the terminus of conformity
เครือข่ายจิต
is
สำนึ
a
กร่วม
collective consciousness through which welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage.
อ๋อความคิดเห็นอันจองหองที่นายเคยบอกแก่มหาปราชญ์ตอนนั้นทำให้หัวข้อนี้ถูกปฏิเสธ
A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care
อ๋อ
about any of
เขา
this.
ก็เลยแค้นว่า
You don't care about the pain of others.
หัวข้อนี้ล้มโดนปฏิเสธก็เพราะว่าอัลเฮทัม แต่เอาเฮทำก็บอกแล้วว่ามันผิดในบาปทั้ง 6 ของหลักการข้อห้าม
But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where they're... The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a
อ๋อ
sage.
พวกเขาไปทำตามแผนเพื่อจะให้ซีรัสขึ้นเป็นนักปราชญ์อ๋อ มันเป็นแผ
The
นการ
collective
นี่
consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
โอ้ยใส่แว่นแล้ว
Yes.
Wait! Don't
กลายเป็นอาหารไปแล้ว
Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you, and you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas? Why?
You two are just as arrogant as all Hatham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he... All Hatham, do say a word or two.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilyas returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
นี่ไงอิลยาสกลับมาเมื่อไหร่จะเกิดความเปลี่ยนแปลง
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilyas returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
เมื่อกี้ต้องขอบคุณคุณมาก คุณก็ไม่ใช่คนที่ชวนให้คนเกลียดอะไรขนาดนั้นนี่นะ
Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
อันนี้คือที่อิลยาสเคยพูดว่า เอาเฮทัมก็ไม่ได้น่ารังเกียจขนาดนั้น
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilyas would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, all Hatham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back...
All Hatham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but your struggle has been in vain. And it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
เรียกมอนสเตอร์ออก
So
มา
many monsters. And something feels...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved.
คือมันต้องมีมอนส
Much
เตอร์
like soldiers who have undergone strict training.
มันบอกว่ามอนสเตอร์เข้ามาเป็นพวกด้วยเพราะว่าถ้ามันไม่มีมอนสเตอร์เนี่ยเราจะต้องสู้กับพวกนักวิชาการซึ่งคงจะไม่ค่อยใช่เรื่องดี ตี NPC ไม่น่าจะเป็นเรื่องดี
Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay.
Hey, Hatham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to
ของ
receive
ขวัญ
it.
ได้ถูกส่งไปยังเครือข่าย
You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident.
Solidify.
ไม่มีอะไรก็แค่สู้
Emerge.
The process of elimination.
I'll hate them. Isn't that bad of a person?
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
กระโดดหมดแล้วกระโดดหมดแล้ว
I will have order.
You
เรียบ
see?
ร้อย
That is the will of the collective.
เพิ่มออกมาอีกแล้ว
Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work.
Right here. Emerge.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's... What's going on?
นี่ไง
What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
เริ่มมีปัญหา
Stabilize.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
Here you are. How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Was there an error in your judgment?
The will of the collective, not the law. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent of us. He is number one. His judgment is the opposite.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Elias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down in the list.
Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to.
I should be the one in your position!
Oh.
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but however, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions.
ต้องรับมือกับอารมณ์ด้านลบก็คือความเห็นแก่ตัวก็จะหยุดยั้งได้ยาก
The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication.
ความกังวลความผิดหวังความตื่นตระหนกความโลภ
But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you...
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a... You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
น่าสนใจมากประโยคนี้นะเขาบอกว่าอาจจะมองว่าฉันเป็นคนแปลกแยกแต่จริงๆแล้วฉันแค่อยากจะเอาตัวออกมาจากความวุ่นวายเท่านั้นเองเป็นเธอต่างหากที่ล้มเหลวในการมองความเป็นจริงมัวแต่ใส่ใจกับการประเมินของคนอื่นทั้งยังหมกมุ่นอยู่กับการแพ้ชนะน่าสนใจมาก
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
ฉันเป็นแค่เสมียนบอบบางธรรมดาให้คุณเจ้าหน้าที่มหามาตราเป็นคนนำตัวเธอไปดีกว่าไซโนมาชวนเลยนั่นไง
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left the... Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you... So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you.
ฉันไม่เคยหลอกอะไรพวกเธอนะ
By the way, I came across some information at the academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
ฉันไปเจอข้อมูลบางอย่างถ้าฝึกฝนจะทำให้สายตาเราดีขึ้นเธออยากได้มันไหม อะไรอ่ะ
By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the academia.
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious
จับกลุ่ม
persons.
ลูกน้องของซีรัสได้
And
เป็น
we've
จำนวน
already
มาก
arrested many of Siraj's. This was likely one factor that caused the hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Al-Haytham.
Al-Haytham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
เสร็จงานแล้วไปแล้ว
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Al-Haytham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the academia will be full of uncertainty.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a... I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Alhaitham แทนเราได้ไหม
Sure. Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
เขาจะยกโทษให้ไหมก็ไม่รู้นะ
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
โกลีสมรู้ร่วมคิดนะฮะขบวนการ
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
โอ้อิยัส
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice.
Ilias?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into, understanding that gave me courage somehow.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my... Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me.
ฝากขอโทษเอาเฮทำด้วยนะ
All the test subjects have been taken away.
Test subject.
I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you too hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino.
เอาเฮทำน่าจะรอเราอยู่ที่ทางเข้า
Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
โอ้จบดันเจียนแล้ว
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
เขาบอกว่าฉันเคารพในสิ่งที่เธออยากรู้นะ แต่ตอนนี้เป็นเวลาเลิกงานแล้วและฉันจะไม่ตอบ
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
อ้าวเธอไม่รู้หรอเมื่อกี้มันเป็นแค่ข้ออ้าง
Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base.
See ya.
ไม่ตอบอยู่ดี แต่เราจะถามอะไรนะ
Hold it right there.
เราจะถามอะไรนะ
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
ท่าทางแบบนี้ของเธอมันทำให้ฉันนึกถึงใครบางคนอ๋อคาเว
Stop changing the subject.
ไพมอนเนี่ยคือนิสัยคล้ายๆกันเลย
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
วิใจอ่อนแล้วเขาบอกว่าถ้าต้องอธิบายแต่ต้นก็ดูยุ่งยากฉันไม่อยากคุยตรงเนี้ยเอาเนี้ยเดี๋ยวไปหาที่คุยกันแล้วกันนะ
Where to?
คอยยังชั่วหน่อย
You'll know when we get there.
สถาบันไงห้องทำงานเอ๊ะหรือไปที่บ้านหรือเราจะได้ไปบ้านเอาเฮทำมีบ้านด้วยเหรอใช่บ้านเล็กๆที่แบบเราเคยไปพักไหมอ้าวนี่ไงอ๋อนี่บ้านเหรอเนี่ยอ๋อนี่บ้านเอาเฮทำเหรอเนี่ยอันนะตรงนี้นะฮะที่แบบว่ามีกิ่งไม้นะฮะตรงนี้นี่อยู่ตรงกลางระหว่างกิ่งไม้ตรงทางเดินตรงนี้เป็นบ้านเอาเฮทำ ใช่ชัวร์นี่ไงบ้านเอาเฮทำ โอ้โถ
Is this your home?
อุ้ยสวย
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
เฮ้ยคาเฟ่
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. And... Huh? Who are they?
นิสัยขี้โวยวายเหมือนไพมอนจริงๆนะ
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
ไม่ใช่นะ
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place!
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
คนคงไม่ได้รู้หมดแล้วใช่ไหมว่าฉันอยู่ที่นี่คาเฟ่เป็นวิชั่นไม้นะฮะนี่วิชั่นไม้เห็นชัดเลยท่านไม้อีกคนหนึ่งแล้ว
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
เพิ่งจะมาอายตอนนี้เหรอ
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
อย่าไปพูดต่อเด็ดขาดนะ
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham?
ให้เราคุยกับคาเฟ่
Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
เธอคงไม่ใช่นักแสดงที่เขาไปจ้างมาเพื่อจะมาแซงว่าเป็นเพื่อนเหรอ อะไรเนี่ย
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right?
คือ
You
เขา
know,
คิดว่า
his temperament and stuff.
เอาเฮทำไม่ใช่คนที่จะมีเพื่อนหรือคบใครแน่นอน
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly.
ไพมอนถามว่าอ้าวแล้วเธอไม่ใช่เพื่อนเขาเหรอฉันก็ไม่น่าจะนับว่าเป็นเพื่อนเขาหรอก
Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore.
เคยเป็นเพื่อนกันแต่ตอนนี้ไม่ใช่แล้ว เดี๋ยวนะถ้าจะแปลแบบทั่วไปก็ต้องเหมือนกับว่ามีเรื่องทะเลาะกันแล้วก็แบบเหมือนเลิกคบนะแต่ถ้าจะแปลแบบอีกแบบนึงก็ความสัมพันธ์พัฒนาไปกว่าเพื่อนหรือเปล่าอะไรอย่างนี้ไม่รู้
Don't worry about it.
สองแง่สองงาม
My
มาก
name is Kave.
Kave.
I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
คือมันเหมือนแบบเวลาแบบคนรักกันแล้วแบบอยู่ด้วยกันแล้วทะเลาะกันแล้วหย่ากันแล้วแต่ก็ยังอาศัยอยู่ร่วมกันอะไรเงี้ยก็เลยแบบไม่อยากให้ใครรู้แบบนี้ก็มีนะแบบทะเลาะกันอะไรเงี้ย
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
เรียกเงินปิดปาก
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
เธอเป็นเพื่อนเอาเฮทำจริงๆด้วยนิสัยแบบเนี้ยนะ
That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll
เพื่อน
leave the
ของ
books
ตัวเอง
here.
อุ้ยหนังสือเยอะเลยเพื่อนของตัวเองก็มาดูแลเอง
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Paimon wants to know, oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
แนวคิดสุดโต่งแต่วิธีการอนุรักษ์นิยมมากเกินไป
That's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, it's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
มนุษย์ที่ไม่มีความเป็นมนุษย์คาเวมาด่ากับว่าก็นายนั่นแหละคนที่ไม่มีความเป็นมนุษย์
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
แล้วนายล่ะนายจะถอยกลายเป็นเห็ดหรือเปล่า
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy.
ฉันจะอย่างน้อยฉันก็จะเป็นเห็ดที่มีน้ำใจและคุณธรรม
Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that...
Are you all okay?
เป้าหมายหลักคือจู่โจมเอาเฮท
So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong.
มาบ่นเรื่องทำความสะอาดบ้านยังไงเนี่ย
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
ถึงจะโวยวายนี่นั่นนู่นแต่ก็ยังเป็นห่วงนะเนี่ยสรุปแล้วนายไม่เป็นไรใช่ไหม
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
ดีมากรู้สึกดีกว่าภาพแขวนที่นายกำลังแขวนอยู่อีกอะไรเนี่ย
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
ดูเหมือนคาเว่จะโมโหอีกแล้วขี้งอนจริง
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic.
ดูไม่รู้เลยว่าใครมีปัญหามากกว่ากัน
Over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
กระซิบดังไปหน่อยนะ
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
นักวิชาการพวกนั้นเขาอยากจะขอโทษเธอ
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me.
ฉันไม่เคยโทษพวกเขาหรอกและฉันก็ไม่สนใจทัศนคติของพวกเขาที่มีต่อฉันด้วย
To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he apologized to you too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are.
เขาบอกว่าการวิจารณ์คนที่กล้าหาญเนี่ยมันเป็นสัญญาณแสดงว่าเราขี้ขลาดไอ้นี่ก็น่าสนใจนะประโยคนี้
I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last
เธ
question.
อถามคำถามสุดท้ายได้เดี๋ยวฉันจะไปกินข้าว
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you?
สิ่งที่เธอสนใจคืออะไรเหรอเอาเฮท
Oh, yeah, that you only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason.
เกี่ยวข้องกับบรรยากาศในสถาบันเหรอ
Correct. The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late.
โครงการวิจัยขาดแคลน
As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out.
ในฐานะที่เป็นรักษาการมหาปราชญ์ฉันจะหาวิธีจัดการปัญหาก็คือก็พยายามจะบริหารสถาบันให้มันดีขึ้นนะ
In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do.
อิลยาส
He
ไม่
didn't
ควร
deserve the outcome
ไม่
that
ควร
he
ได้
had
รับผลลัพธ์
received.
แบบนี้ทั้งที่เขาทำสิ่งที่ถูกต้อง
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
ใช้ความตั้งใจให้ขั้นต่ำที่สุดในการทำงานอย่างตั้งใจ เป็นคำอธิบายที่เหมาะสมกว่าก่อนที่ใบลาออกของฉันจะได้รับการอนุมัติฉันจะจัดการกับปัญหาพวกนี้ให้มันดีขึ้น
Wait, your resignation?
Yes, I've already submitted my resignation to the academia. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already
ฉันก็จะลาออก
resigned.
เองอยู่แล้ว
What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason.
But why do you want to resign? thing.
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time.
เฮทัมบอกว่าฉันไม่ได้เหมาะกับการเป็นนักปราชญ์แล้วก็ไม่ได้อยากเป็นด้วยนะแล้วสถาบันก็มีกระบวนการในการเลือกคนอยู่แล้ว
If I serve as acting grand sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
การรับหน้าที่เป็นเป็นรักษาการมหาปราชญ์ก็นานไปแล้วก็ยังอาจจะมีแนวโน้มจะได้เป็นจริงๆซะด้วยฉันก็ไม่อยากเสียเวลาชีวิตไปกับเรื่องนี้โอ้เยี่ยม
It's important to keep your priorities
คาเฟ่อยู่ตรงนั้น
Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies.
ไว้เจอกันนะ
See ya.
ประตูเปิดเลย
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it?
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
นายก็เป็นได้นะคนใจดีที่จะไม่ทวงหนี้ฉัน
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
การแซงทำเป็นไม่มีหนี้ก็น่าตลกเหมือนการแซงว่าตัวเองไม่ได้อาศัยอยู่ในบ้านคนอื่นนั่นแหละ
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
ตลกดีนะฮะ
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
Was he in your class?
He isn't someone. I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted.
มันเล่นไปรอบนึงแล้วทำไมมันยังให้เราเล่นให้อีกรอบนึงได้
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his.
เมื่อกี้เราดูไปแล้วนะฮะอันนี้
I took time out.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features?
Artistry, for.
So I'll have to bring you.
Of course.
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be not
pretending that you're not?
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right?
There's no need to.
What?
จบเขายืนอยู่ในนั้นถ้าเข้าไปก็จะเป็นไดอะล็อกนะฮะนั้นเราก็น่าจะออก บ้านของเอาเฮทัมเราจะเข้ามาได้อีกไหมนะ ก็สวยงามดีออกตรงนี้นะฮะออกตรงนี้อันนี้น่าจะเป็นห้องพิเศษสำหรับเควสนี้แล้วตอนจบก็เนี่ยให้เราได้แอบฟัง2คนเถียงกันนะฮะฟังซ้ำได้ข้างในน่าจะไม่มีอะไรโอเคไปออกจากบ้านกันปิดจบเควสให้ฟังซ้ำได้ด้วยนะใครแบบอยากฟินหลายรอบก็ฟังหลายรอบได้นะฮะนี่บ้านเอาเฮทัมจบแล้วนะครับมาแล้วในคอลเลกชันนี่ไงครับบทแห่งเยียวเหินเวหาฉากที่1เสร็จแล้วเรียบร้อยนะ
Osmanthus wine
Yes
นี่โอเคนะครับสนุกดีนะครับเควสตำนานบทใหม่ล่าสุดของตัวละครใหม่ล่าสุดอย่างเอาเฮทัมก็เสร็จสิ้นลงแล้วนะฮะและต่อไปพี่เด็กคงจะต้องเรียกเขาว่าเอาเฮทัมไม่ใช่เอาไฮทัมอย่างที่เรียกมานานนะฟังมาเยอะมากเลยเขาเฮกันทั้งเรื่องเลยนะก็เฮนี่ไงกุญแจ2 ดอกนะฮะ2 ดอกหนึ่งของคาเว่ ตลกโอเคนะครับก็สนุกสนานเดี๋ยวเราเหลือเรื่องของเควสโลกนะครับบทไว้อะไรบิลคิสนะอันนั้นเนี่ยเดี๋ยวพี่ได้ไปพักแล้วเดี๋ยวมาเล่นกันนะครับกับเควสโลกที่รอเราอยู่โอเคขอบคุณทุกคนที่มาชมกันนะครับทั้งไลฟ์สดและย้อนหลังยังไงก็เดี๋ยวพบกันในสตรีมหน้านะครับสำหรับวันนี้ขอลากันไปก่อนสวัสดีครับ
Wait. Huh? No.